I had already filmed this video like 5 seconds before this recording and found out that my microphone was off. So I spent 35 minutes to 45 minutes to probably an hour just filming this talking portion of the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Johnny, and I'm so glad that you're here today because we're going to be talking about Flatlay photography, one of my favorite versions of photography because it just covers so many different things and it leads you into so many different areas about photography and just develops your skills. It's a great icebreaker for a lot of those different things, and so I can't wait to get into it. But before we do that, be sure to hit like on the video, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe. It would be a great help and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so what is Flatlay photography? Well, Flatlay photography is simply just getting an object or a subject and laying it flat on a background. It's those two things, object, background. Basically all you need. Everything else just kind of comes with the territory. Now, the way that I got into really loving Flatlay photography was when I started working at Brewpoint Coffee, a coffee shop local here, and I joined their team as a barista first and then ventured out into their photography marketing kind of area within the business. I worked with one other person who just kind of helped bring some supplies and different props and whatnot, or just kind of coordinate the timeline of the day. But I was taking all the photos. So I would take photos of coffee and products and merch or whatever it might be. And a lot of the times Flatlay photography would come into play. And then that would lead into product photography, and that would lead into another thing. And so it was just a great time to be able to do those photos because they looked awesome. And it gave me a lot of practice and a lot of confidence to go further into that kind of thing. I'm going to throw up some photos here that are from Brewpoint that I did, and also from the times where I was at home doing some of my own product and Flatlay photography, just to give you an idea of what that might look like. And to also tell you guys that the steps and tips that I'm about to give to you guys about Flatlay photography were actually all done with those photos. That you don't need a lot of stuff, you don't need the best gear, you don't need any of that. You just need to have an open mind, a little bit of persistence, and a lot of fun. Really quick before we get into that, I just want to go over something that has been really bothering me lately, and that's kind of about how people act on the internet, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, reviews on products, whatever it might be. And those are the people that kind of just suck out the life from people wanting to try something new or whatever it might be. So it's those people that say, actually this, and only if you did that, and why did you do that? Aren't you just really dumb for doing that? It's those people that I don't appreciate. And I'm not saying they're even bad people in real life. It's just they end up sucking out the life and creativity and the desire to start something new or to pursue or continue pursuing something that you've been doing. I just hope that this channel and this video is the opposite of that. I just want to be a help to people. I just want to be able to give my thoughts about how I might go about something, whether it's photography or other, and just be encouraging, but also, constructive and advisable. That's all I want it to be for this channel. And so hopefully that's what I am for you guys. And hopefully this video is also for you in that way, and that you guys are excited to go try out some Flatlay photography or whatever it might be in the next coming videos or previous videos, and that they would just allow you to be creative and to go forward with whatever you want to do. So sorry about the tangent, just had to get that off my mind because it's definitely been on there for quite some time. So that's the past right now. Now we're on to Flatlay photography. Okay, so we went over what Flatlay photography is, but now we're just gonna get right into maybe some tips and tricks that I might give to you guys if you're starting off on it, or if you're just trying to get a refresher on how to do it. So first you need that subject, next you need the background, next you need the environment, which is going to be like your lighting, and then after that is adding a little bit of pizzazz in the sense of maybe extra items or props, or even further to that, editing styles, and after that, having fun. It's those things that really make Flatlay photography awesome, primarily that last one. So with finding your object, it might be a little bit daunting to be like, I can't just choose that thing, or I can't choose that. Why not? Try it and move forward with it. Or if you have to switch it out and realize, oh, maybe that's better, or maybe these group of objects work better, then do it. Finding your object should be not necessarily like an overthinking type of process. Just kind of look at something and be like, what would go with that? Or what would go with that? And then move on. Next is finding that background. So finding your background often can be a little bit more difficult, and definitely something that can throw some people off and just push them away from actually even trying flat lay photography, because they're like, I don't have a nice background. I don't have this aesthetic look. I don't have this. And to be fair, most people don't. So actually in this video, I used something that I got from Amazon for $25 that I actually first used at Brewpoint. And there are these poster boards that have texture templates like granite, wood, brick, marble, whatever it might be, to be my background. They don't reflect light, so they're kind of a flat matte finish, and all you need is a paperweight to hold down the corners, and that's it. You can take them to weddings, you can take them to corporate events, you can take them in your home, you can take them to your work, and you always have it, and you always kind of have some certain unique background that would work pretty much in any scenario. So that's what I used today, because I didn't want to use my kitchen table because I don't like how it looks in the sense for photos, and also just to give you guys a solution to something that you might have a problem or a hiccup with. Again, it's just 25 bucks, and they don't have to be these textures. It can be colors, it can be anything that you want that you find on Amazon or another company. It's just hopefully helpful to you guys when you're doing this. So after you find your background and your object and your subject, it's finding your lighting. Find a place that kind of promotes or shares the vision that you might have with the thing that you're shooting. If you're going for dark and moody, kind of goes without, explanation, is find some more moodier light. Or if you're just trying to get some light in the scene, the best that I can give you is window light. So all the photos that we mentioned before were actually used with window light, and that's honestly my go-to for anything. I'm shooting this video with window light right here. As you saw in the clip where I'm moving the table is window light. I just needed to move and position myself where I can get the best light without me blocking it with my body, so that I can get the best light I can possibly get for the photo. Now you can modify the light by putting a blanket up or kind of closing part of where the window is to make it more dramatic. You can do all sorts of techniques, but the cheapest and honestly the best in my opinion is using window light. I didn't go out and buy an Aperture light. I didn't go and buy studio lights. I didn't do any of that. Just keep it simple. Usually gives you the best results. And to be fair, the less that you have that you can get the same result with those things proves to you how much better of a photographer you are, because you don't need all this stuff to get the provided and desired result. So after lighting, we got the pizzazz part of it. And I would just say that's more about throwing texture in, whether that's a Photoshop overlay of some grunge and some, I don't know, just some texture or film grain or whatever it might be. Or, and you see, in this case, I use coffee beans because coffee beans go with portafilters. So why not add that into the mix? Now, I definitely could have gone a different route with the coffee beans. That could have been a little more dramatic and more accentuated with them, but I thought whatever I had on the board was plenty for what I needed to use for demonstrations for you guys. So that's why I did what I did. But you can use pretty much anything. It doesn't have to even go with a theme. It's just adding texture and atmosphere and depth almost to your image that makes that image pop out. As long as it brings the subject out, awesome. A lot of that can be done through editing. I'm not going to go over how I edited because I don't think that really matters in this video. Maybe in another future video, I'll go over how to edit. But in this video, I'm trying to focus on more of the... In this video, I'm just trying to focus more on the flat lay photography aspect because that's probably the most important for you guys. So with editing, if you want to go moody, monochromatic, or if you want to choose presets from your favorite, photographer or whatever that might be, use it and spend time. It doesn't have to be right the first time. Might take a day, might take 2 days. Maybe it takes 30 tries, 10 tries, I don't know. Maybe you got to revisit the whole thing altogether. And that's okay. Be okay with redoing. I can't tell you how many times I've been redoing this video, and I probably still don't think it's good enough. But I probably did it over like, I think 30 times. I kid you not. I even recorded the previous iteration of this video without any audio. So I'm just saying repetition is key, even if you fail all the other times. Have fun with it. That's the biggest and most important tip that I can give you. Because if you have fun with it, it doesn't mean you're laughing and having a joyous time at all times. What I mean is that you've grown and you realize that you're just doing something that you love, even if it's tough in the beginning. So that's Flatlay photography. So simple, but so much potential for so many cool things. If you are interested in getting into that and starting to post it on Instagram, please tag me on my Instagram. I would love to see it and love to just connect with you. But be sure to like this video, comment down below whether you have questions or just whatever it might be. And also, would love it if you would be so kind to subscribe to the channel. It would be so helpful and I'd be so grateful. But that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.